might be a little low. Guys, welcome back to Carmen Farms. Oh, it's about April 15th. A lot has been happening, and not much at all. But no, actually I got most all the strip tilling done. Still got the one circle that I might strip till, but it's looking like probably not, because looking out at the future wet forecast for weather, it might get a little wet. I'm really hoping it gets wet. But if it's been like it has been, then it probably won't get that wet. We're hoping for it to get wet, because we really need some moisture. It'd be really good to get some rain. The wheat is still holding on. The wheat still looks pretty good. It's some areas I've noticed is stressing, but on a whole, it all is still looking okay. Rain would be really good. But we're basically back in the sprayer again. We've got a beautiful day. Winds below 8 miles an hour all day long, even getting closer to 4. So, beautiful day to be spraying. Maybe a little early than I would like to be. By about 5 days with this chemical that I'm putting down. I'd like to get a little closer to the planting date. But again, with the future forecast, not so much the wind's kind of be up and down for not ideal spraying, but there's going to be some days it's not so bad. Mostly though, just rain, and if we get some rain, this chemical would be much better just to have rained in versus not. So that's kind of what I'm going off of. Don't know if that's the right idea or not, but I figure we're within 5 days of what I would like. So I think it's close enough, right? I don't know, sometimes it's just a guess game. But we are spraying with hopes we'll get a lot done. I got a couple days where it's going to be, well, today, and then most of tomorrow is going to be pretty decent. And then the rest of the week is just going to be really windy with some chances of rain. So that is what we're holding out for. Alright, well, day's going pretty good. We're getting later in the evening. I think it's almost 6:30. So hopefully, I'm hoping to get at least one more load out. If not, 2 more, or a load and a half. Finish out a field. But we gotta get the truck back, so we're gonna do that. Truck back and sprayer loaded. I know I have time to do one more. Be a good day. Better if it rains tonight. We have a slight chance. I don't think it's gonna do much, but it's a slight chance. But man, it's been a nice day. Look at that buzzard. It's gotta sit here and wait. Alright. Got my stuff here. And made it to another day. Yesterday we got finished. Well, we got partially done on the one field. I think we got a little shower last night, but not much. Most of it just missed us. And then, so yeah, here we are, another day. I got till noon. So we're gonna see what we can do. Well, we made it back in town. We actually sprayed a lot longer today than I thought. It's about 4 o'clock. I thought it was going to be shut down around 1. But I was thinking I could keep on going, but I think the wind finally got here. Started gusting a lot more. There's more of a dust cloud, so I think that means we're going to shut down on the sprayer. Got 2 more sprayer loads done than I thought I was going to get. So that's really good. I'm really happy to have that done. I think we're a little over half done on that. On the second round of spraying, that's what we're working on, and we're not far off from running the planter. They're talking some rain over the weekend into next week, so that's going to be really nice, but we'll see. This is the 17th, so tomorrow is supposed to be terribly windy, and then possibly tomorrow night starting the rain. I really don't know what's going to happen. I really hope we do get some rain. I did notice today that the wheat was starting to show some signs of stress. Started a little bit yesterday. Up until this point, things have been looking okay, but we're definitely in need of some rain. Because we're getting into a lot warmer temperatures, so that wheat is definitely pulling the moisture. But I guess we're gonna go see what else we can find here. Shut down from the sprayer. Move on. I'm tired. Been a couple of hard days. That's always good. It's always good. But hey, we need to go check on an irrigation system. We're still running pond water. They got the one running again, and it's not calculating right, or it's acting like it's running really slow, so I don't know what's going on there. So we're going to go find out what's going on there and keep on moving here. Well, we're back at it again. I recognize that I left you guys, we were going to go check an irrigation system. I did check it, and they were out there unplugging. I don't know. Everything was working properly. But I got some phone calls, and so I forgot to bring you guys along. So, but we ended up not doing too much more yesterday. I think I went and farmed a little bit of ground and hooked the other tractor up to my planter. Kind of did some things like that. Otherwise, yeah, didn't really do much more. And then today, woke up to cloudy. Been a little misty and cold. I think we only have a high of 50 degrees today. It's currently about 12:40, and I don't think we've quite hit 50 degrees yet. But we're actually out trying to fertilize a little bit more. We still had Dad ended up while I was spraying yesterday. Fertilized about 115 acres, and then we had about 250 acres over here to fertilize. So that's what we are working on currently. I've hauled one load out. This will be the second load, and we should be good to go, I think. I don't know if we're gonna get it all done today. He's saying he's gonna have to probably leave around 2 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock, so it means I get to run the tractor, which is okay. I don't mind running the tractor. And then see if we can get the rest of the acres done. But he's made pretty good progress here. He should technically be about half done. The way I got the load set up, it should have been about half the field. So he's about half done. There's about 110 acres here, and then there's an 80 and a 60. But yep, that's what we're doing. Moving right along. He's gonna sit in the pickup. It's cold out there, but he'll be showing up back. I assume he can make it back to this end. charged up, loaded. Get me turned around, watch him take off again. It's a smooth running rig. Why I don't just use that for everything? Well, it's because it's not mine. It's his. So some of the ground that I do, I do with him. So I'm able to utilize that equipment. And then a lot of ground I don't have. And so it costs me a little bit to use it. And I have the strip till machine, so that's why we go that route. And honestly, anhydrous is cheaper than putting on liquid. But liquid is in many ways a lot safer, let's put it that way. So anyways, we'll gonna go off, get ourselves another load, probably drop it off, and I gotta go run some errands, get some lunch. I said I'd get him lunch, but not so sure he wants tacos. But oh well. I don't know if you guys can see him through my window. It's tinted, so it's pretty dark. You can run about 8 miles an hour with that thing. We're only putting on about 18 gallons an acre. 17 of 32 and 1 of sulfur. I think that puts us somewhere 55, 60 pounds an acre. I have to go back and do the math. It was either 50, 55, or 60. One of those numbers. I did the math a while ago, so. And I was happy with it. We're not really putting on a lot of nitrogen. About the same amount of what I did with all the anhydrous, just because, one, we haven't gotten a lot of rain. And two, a lot of our soils just don't need a lot. So, figure we'll put on a little bit. So if we do get rain, you know, it's there. If we start to get a lot of rain, then we can always come back in and top dress or go over top later. But for now, I figured that would be a nice little start. Gives us something, but we're not going overboard. But I guess off to get another load, and then drop this trailer off and go take care of a couple other things here. All right, well, I'm in the tractor. I've actually been running it for a couple hours. Ran some fertilizer. Dad had to go plant some trees. He has a tree planting business, and this is the time of year that they plant a lot of trees. And so yeah, he had to run and do that. So I took over, and you know, Dad's owned one of these Fendts for quite a while. I've been in it to, you know, move the tractor around in the farm. But I haven't really ever used it out in the field that much. And you know what? I kind of like it. It seems really nice. It looks complicated. There's a lot here. There's a lot of programming here. It'll take me a little bit to get used to, but I do like it. I definitely like that screen. That's kind of nice. The GPS on it is really good. I'm not sure what it is. We need to ask Dad again, but I think it's I can't think about it. I can't think of the name, so I won't even say it because I'll get it wrong. But sure pulls a coulter cart really nicely. This is about 40 foot, and all it's doing is injecting it into the soil, or it cuts a little. Those discs are cutting a little. They're cutting through the soil, and then the fertilizer is being injected into it right behind it or right on top. So it's still kind of going on top of the soil, but it's also kind of penetrating the soil, so it has less ability for it to evaporate. Although on a cloudy day like it is been today, cool, damp, we're not going to get a whole lot of evaporation today, or probably tomorrow. And if we got some rain, it would be great. But one of the big advantages of this is if we can this at least kind of puts it in the soil a little bit better versus us just spraying it or streaming it on. That just lays it on top. This gets a little more soil contact, which is really nice. But yeah, otherwise we're rolling. We're almost down to 100 acres left to do here, and well, 120 acres I think is what we got left to do. So we're gaining. Hopefully we'll get done. It's about 5 o'clock, so it'll be just a little after dark by the time we get finished. But I got all the fertilizer pulled before they closed, so we should be good. We should be good just to load and run. And sometimes I wonder after running this thing, and I've ran it before, but I don't know why I don't just run it more often. Well, I do know it's not mine, but it sure is a nice piece of equipment to have. I will say that much. But yep, we're running. Nice little cab view of it all. I learned how to turn around okay. No, can't really see much now. It's a little dirty back there. I'll have to show that to you on the way back. But okay. I'll keep moseying on. Oh, well, as you guys can tell, it's dark out. I'm actually about done with everything. I got 2 passes left. As far as I can tell, I got enough fertilizer to finish it. Don't know, it's pretty dusty back there, so all I can really see is dust. It's pretty calm, the wind went way down. But 2 passes left, as long as that needles keep showing that I got. Whoa! That was kind of a hard jolt. Gotta tap it once. Sometimes it happens. I thought that was the camera beeping, but I think it was the tractor beeping at me because I disconnected GPS. I'm all out of sorts apparently. Yep, it was the GPS. Okay, now back to it. We are about done. Yeah, as long as that pressure gauge is still showing pressure, we should be good. It almost doesn't look like there's no pressure anymore, but I believe it is. So, we should be good. I think we were running right on the edge of being out. As far as I know, I hope we're running out right. We were. So, yeah, it's really good. But having this done, I think I'll have everything fertilized. I think my dad still has some fertilizing of his own ground, but otherwise, everything that I know I have to make sure it gets done. I think it's done. We're still working on those irrigation circles, getting those done. They're having troubles with their pumps. They keep plugging, which it doesn't put enough pressure on our systems. So then only half of it's water, and so we're kind of a little bit of a mess there right now. But I think hopefully we'll get it going. I think right now we're just going to be shut off over the weekend, and we're going to start up Monday is the plan. So get this finished up, go home, go to bed probably, or tuck the kids in and see if they're still up. Sometimes they don't always go to bed when I'm not around. But anyway, as you can probably tell, I am a little tired, but I'm very glad to have this done. So thanks guys for watching. Catch you in the next one. We are really right around the corner of planting corn. A few little projects probably in between, but we are very close. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.